Another important component of this instructional design process that we should be thinking about throughout the entire phase of our design development and implementation are the ways in which we can differentiate learning outcomes. One of the things that's really important here is keeping the end in mind. So, thinking about what types of knowledge do we want to elicit from our learners' performance? And so, this is where we really have to start thinking. If you think about curricular mapping, if you have a series of instructional modules that you'd like for your learners to engage with, thinking about what is it that we want them to be able to do at the end. Are we designing something to elicit procedural knowledge, conceptual knowledge, or conditional knowledge? So, depending on what it is that you're designing for, if you're designing for novices or experts or more advanced content, when we think about procedural knowledge, that's step by step guidance on how to complete a particular task. When we look at conceptual knowledge, this is where we're looking at those facts and theories and just fundamental concepts that are going to be driving performance. And then lastly, this is where we have conditional knowledge. This is where we want to start thinking about ways in which we can support our learners in their problem solving. As L&D professionals, we could talk through what an ideal instructional design process or experience should look like. But oftentimes, I would feel very comfortable saying everyone on this call is probably really comfortable and has been required to juggle multiple plates in the air simultaneously. You may be juggling multiple programs. You may, trying to track down your subject matter expert or really making sure on how much time do you have to refine some of those designs, thinking about ways in which we can support our learners being able to be proactive problem solvers when they go back and they transfer that newly acquired knowledge into their workplace settings. And so things that we want to be thinking about is depending on what our goals are for the learning experience that we're designing, whether it's procedural, conceptual, conditional knowledge, or a combination of the three, things that we want to be thinking about is how does that align with the learning objectives that we're creating?